You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Big Tips Texas After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Big Tips Texas After Show.
But I'd been forgotten, Joe. I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? But I'd been forgotten, Joe. I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
That was my minnow shot for you guys.
Oh, was that it?
Just kidding. That will never happen on this show ever or in life. Welcome, everybody, to AfterBuzz TV's recap of MTV's Big Tips Texas. We're in Season 1, Episode 6, finding it hard to believe, but we've been seeing many episodes in one night and now 30-minute episodes. And it's called Redneck Etiquette, and definitely saw etiquette tonight. These girls really know how to keep it classy. Not gonna lie. Overall episode, what did you think? Did it have a little more drama? Did it spice things up tonight?
I thought so. I thought it was drama-filled, and it had a nice flow. I think everything really worked together. You know, they went shopping, and we'll get to everything, but it had a nice format today, so I liked it.
They really built up what this one was going to be. Other ones you've just seen little storylines, and then that's it. You know, you see probably 3 storylines. This all built to the dinner.
Mm-hmm. Right, which they've been teasing for a little while.
Yes.
Guys, if you think I look ridiculous tonight, well, that's because I dressed up for Halloween. First, I was a WWE diva, and now I'm here for Big Tips Texas, so I am none other than a Big Tips Texas girl in my skimpy outfit. And sitting next to me is...
I guess I'm Tiffany. I didn't really dress up for you guys, but I'll be Tiffany.
Keeping it classy because you're the manager.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I would be Tinker 30 years ago when he still had his hair.
Yeah.
And a happy disposition.
Right. And Phil, tell us who you are tonight.
Apparently I'm Amber, so I'm not even going to point the camera at me.
Oh, Amber gets around, that's for sure.
Wait, say who you are for real.
So for real, my real name,
Yeah.
Sassy Gabby. How about you guys?
McKenzie Fayne.
I'm Scott Narver.
But who cares about that anyways?
I've pulled many and none.
You guys are funny. I love it.
We're missing Jen tonight.
Yeah,
though.
we are missing Jen. She's a little under the weather.
Or she's trick-or-treating early.
Playing, what do they call it? Hooky?
Hooky.
She's bobbing for apples.
Yeah. Bobbing for minnows.
I'm Ty Fanny, as she would say.
Yes. So you guys, tonight's episode, we started off with Amber making amends with Mimi, and I don't know if I necessarily saw that coming, because it seemed like from the previous episodes that she liked having her new friendship with Morgan. I mean, besides just what we saw on camera, you know, in the moment, she also did her interviews where she was with, it was like Amber and Morgan together, and they were saying how they should have been friends from the start. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I didn't really see it coming. It seemed kind of rehearsed to me a little bit, like what she was saying. But, I mean, she confronts her and and explains the situation. So it was nice to see. And it was very mature, but it was kind of out of character for Amber. That's what I thought. But what do you think, Scott?
Yeah, I did not see it coming at all. I hope Amber keeps going this route of trying to be the bigger person that, you know, trying to make relationships better for herself and trying to not hate everybody right away. Because as this episode establishes, with the veterans and the newbies, or I forget what the term is that they use for them. The
New girls?
new girls. It's high school. You know,
Very.
get over it. And hopefully she's going that way where it's just everybody works there and everybody can be friends. You don't have to make those divides.
Right. Well, I got to admit, these girls are young, so they're not that far away from high school.
Yeah.
Some of them haven't even gone to college yet. So Amber makes amends with Mimi. She walks over there, apologizes, pretty much explains her life situation, that her dad was married to her mom of 15 years, cheated, and then after that, it kind of wrecked the whole family. The dad wouldn't show up to her cheerleading games, and she was really hurt by it, so she kind of went and took Morgan's side in the whole argument. To me, it seems like she was just apologizing because she didn't want to offend Tiffany. I don't think that because they're friends and they're both veterans and they have a really good relationship, I don't think she wanted Tiffany to be upset with her. And I think that's where the motive came in, to apologize.
Yeah, I definitely do too, because even in the last episode, she had said she needs to prove herself to Tiffany, and I think that's what it was all about, which is fine, and she'll learn that it is the right thing to do in the long run. But
Right. Which I agree, it is the right thing to do. And I think these girls, some of them need to get along. And poor Mimi, the only girl in her corner was Macy. And she's not even really sticking up for her.
no.
So it's nice to see a veteran taking, Mimi under her wing and kind of making her feel a little bit better about working there. Because who wants to go to a shift when all the girls are, racking on you? And it even happened when Amber went over there to apologize.
Yeah, they're yelling at her.
Oh, that was crazy. Can we just talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
Kristen is just complete drama. I've decided she's staying on my bad list because she is just terrible. She's so everything. Like, we'll get into it, but every little thing that I wrote down is just Kristen is drama. Drama, drama, drama. She looks for it in every situation that we see, and it's just her causing it. So I don't know, but she, Amber goes over there and Kristen starts the drama by saying, talking to Morgan about it and just egging on the situation. Because I think Morgan's just standing there like, I don't really care, kind of, but she's adding it. You know what I mean?
I think you're very right. I agree. Kristen not only starts the issue, but she also finishes the issue.
Exactly.
Because the rumor was something she said she overheard. Now this situation, she's eavesdropping again and making it a bigger deal than it is. Who cares if Amber goes over and apologizes? Like, yeah, it is the bigger thing to do. Mimi already established that it was a misunderstanding with what was communicated. She never really was talking about the boyfriend. Mm-hmm. So what is the true problem?
But then it just was crazy to me that Morgan got so mad and she's like, I can't believe this friendship didn't last long with Amber, and she's just like, I'm not being Amber's friend now that she's friends with Mimi. Like, right. Really? You're not gonna be friends with her just because she's friends with somebody else that you don't like? It's just, it definitely is high school. That's what it is.
Yeah. All these lines in the sand don't need to be drawn.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be all these divides, but yeah, it just keeps happening that, well, if she's friends with her, I'm not friends with her. I'm going to put more gas on this fire and yell stuff from across the way.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Why? Just hang out with your friends then. Don't cause trouble, but I guess that doesn't make such interesting TV then.
It was mentioned later in the episode that you shouldn't have to choose between your friends. You should be friends with everyone if you can, and if someone is a hater about it, like, screw them. It's none of their business.
And you're at work.
Yeah. We live in a free country. Hey, you have the right to choose who you talk to.
It was kind of funny when I think Kristen said the bipolar and bisexual. Yes. She was like,
do you think she really is bisexual?
Who? Amber?
Amber, yes.
Yeah.
I could see that, yeah. Mm-hmm. What about you, Scott?
Yeah, whether she is conscious for it or not, then yeah.
Actually, I have a better idea. Amber, what do you think about that? Are you bisexual and bipolar?
Bipolar-actual.
I'll say I'm bisexual because I like women, but I'll say I don't like guys.
What?
So you're a lesbian?
That's bipolar right
Here's
there.
the problem with asking me a question. I haven't seen it since episode 1. Okay? Leave me alone.
Oh,
well,
Phil.
all you have to know is you have 2 G-spots, which we'll get to later.
I thought it was 3.
Oh, was it 3?
I thought it was 3.
3? Where would the third one come in?
I don't know.
I heard 2. I don't know what you're doing. We'll get into that
Scott's
too.
like, oh, yeah, I know.
I know everyone's anticipating that talk, right?
That was my teaser, guys.
Yes, it was a teaser. So the next thing I wanted to get into was Morgan looking for her horses. She's on a horse hunt. Mm-hmm. She really wants to do the barrel racing. trying to make it a lifestyle eventually. So her and her boyfriend go out to find the perfect horse. What'd you guys think of that horse? Was it perfect?
It was cool. I like the name. Dixie. And then its name is Cheyenne.
She changed it.
It was so funny because the reason she changed it, well, Cheyenne fits better with Penelope, which is her goat. And I just thought that was so funny.
According to who?
And then she's like, come on, Cheyenne. Like, Cheyenne does not fit in any context of the horse's name or anything. So it's just funny. But it's like naming your cat like Bob, you know, it's just funny. So I think it'll be funny to like hear her be like, Cheyenne and me are going to ride. Like, I don't know, it'll be funny. But yeah, I liked Chance. I love him. I think he's so down to earth.
He's a good boyfriend.
Such a good boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny, she's on the horse and he's like, what did he say? Smile or something? She's like, I always have my bitch face on. And he's like, I know, but there's a smile in there somewhere sometimes. Like, he's just funny and cute, and she's just crazy, so.
Yeah, she said she was looking for the perfect horse and needs the perfect horse, and then said, I don't care, I just want a horse now. So it's like, well, then you're not. You're going to set yourself up for failure if you take whatever horse it was. Because she wanted to take the blind horse with
Oh my
with bad
goodness
feet.
gracious.
And
Thank God
she needs to
Chance.
listen to her boyfriend that it's like, no, you need a good one so that way you don't have any problems.
Well, this is why I say her boyfriend is a great boyfriend, because not only does he help her out with the horse stuff in her career, but he gives great advice. I mean, he knows what he's doing with the barrel racing, but he's also telling her to quit her job at Redneck Heaven, which I think is a wonderful idea.
Yeah, and he doesn't go, that's the thing about boyfriends, like, this is what I believe. You can't, like, attack a girl. Do you feel like that, too? And he
Are you
didn't.
serious, McKenzie? Are you serious right now?
Well, Scott
right.
is now
serious.
attacking you.
All right, whatever.
And so, no. But,
I'm kidding. For your mother. I'm kidding.
So it was nice because she, you know, he said to her, I think you need to spend more time. Like, if you really want this to be a career of yours, you need to spend more time with the horse and training and everything. And she gets it, but she's like, that's not where the money is right now, which is true. But I think it'd be a good idea, too.
That's a really hard life decision you kind of have to make between your passion and what brings in the cash flow. You know, but I think she's still living at home, so it shouldn't be too much of a big deal.
But the thing about it is, like, people go to college, right? And they work part-time as like a bartender or something, getting money. But like when you get an internship and you're in college, you don't have time for that. So you're not getting money at your internship, so you have to sacrifice that for your job.
Right.
It's just a way of life
For your
and growing-
future.
Exactly, of growing up. And if barrel racing is literally, I don't know how far you can really get into that, but like if that's what she wants to do for her career, seems very serious about it. She doesn't even wear heels because she's such a cowgirl.
I mean, I think she could cut down a few shifts at Redneck to focus on barrel racing, because if she is living at home and she's not paying, lease bills and stuff like that every month and electric and all that jazz, she is able to focus on that stuff now when she can and when she's young. And I think you should go get it if you have the opportunity.
Yeah, and how long could that career even last anyway?
Right, and let's say her and her boyfriend wound up breaking up in like another year. She now doesn't have that coach there to help her through the process.
She just has Dixie Cheyenne.
So take advantage of the opportunity, Morgan. That's my advice for you.
Live for the moment.
Live for the moment is right.
YOLO
So-
is my advice.
YOLO, yeah, you only live once. Didn't you guys think it was a little weird, though, that she wasn't wearing a helmet while riding the horse? I was like, what if she gets thrown off and cracks her head open?
Yeah.
She has a weave on. She'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah, the weave will protect her, right? It's that thick.
I wonder if she would
Padding.
buy a weave helmet.
Oh, no, wait. What did she say? It was so funny. She goes, I believe in her to her horse. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, they love their weaves, which I don't blame them. Weaves are magical, but
I still
They're
am about
funny.
to get one because they are awesome.
you
They
should
look
have got
great.
one for Halloween, Mackenzie. It would
I
have been
know, I
perfect.
should have.
You should have started now. So you guys, we're gonna get to Scott's favorite topic of the night.
Well, what?
What was there something else you were gonna say?
I was going to say they had the meeting with Tinker and he tells them, the
Oh,
girls
well,
about-
yeah, we're gonna get to that. Well, yeah, I guess that leads into it.
Yeah, right?
So,
'Cause
yeah.
That's when we first find out about the dinner.
Right. So Tinker, and this has been teased for a while, Tinker is actually the one that provides the dinner event for them, right? Because they're pulling in such great sales and big sales for Redneck Heaven that he now wants to reward all of the staff, the veterans and the newbies. So he's paying for a limo for all of the girls to go out into and have a nice, classy dinner at one of the best restaurants in the area. So leading up to that, these girls now go on a shopping trip. So we see Amber and her best friend, Mimi, go to a lingerie store.
I don't know what they're gonna wear.
Yeah. Why are you, first of all, shopping in a lingerie store for a classy dinner? That's one thing I was confused about.
Well, what happens after the dinner?
Oh, good question. But you know what? There were no guys
That's
there.
not a question.
Bipolar actual.
That's a statement.
That's a statement. Okay. Well, there were no men there, but since she's bisexual, maybe that's not really a problem for her.
bipolar actual.
Bipolar actual, yeah.
Well,
there was the waiter that someone wanted to buy his tie.
Oh yeah.
Really? I missed that.
Well, I have
the
to.
rather large gentleman with a mustache.
Oh yep.
That
They
guy.
said something to him?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, my goodness.
So he could have been brought home.
Yeah.
Could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
I'm
God
sure.
it didn't.
Amber,
We
I'm
don't
sure
know.
you wouldn't have any, you know.
And nothing
Shame
to do
in
with
doing
that.
that.
Yeah. Well, or shame.
Yeah.
It's really
she
tough
did.
to improv with stuff I don't know.
Just pretend.
YOLO.
Well, I would like to add that Kristen once again brings in her drama with saying it's going to be great because Tiffany's boyfriend is going to buy my dinner. And, like, that's how she looks at the whole thing.
So immature.
Like, that's where her
Juvenile.
mind just completely went to. I was like, really? You're not going to say thank you to Tinker? Like, you know, appreciate the whole thing. You're going to think of it as, oh, like, this is my way up because he's buying my dinner and it's her boyfriend.
And you have a job with maybe benefits and stuff too. Like he's constantly taking care of you in your workplace. It's not just a dinner.
Yeah.
Right. So getting into the shopping situation, what did you think about the whole lingerie store?
Oh, that was so funny. Because Mimi is just, doesn't she get tinier and tinier every episode?
But she's also hanging out with the tallest person as well.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
They got into a thong together. And
Yeah, 2 gals, 1 thong.
yep, that was funny.
Which I'm confused. They acted like big girls don't go shopping for lingerie because they like thought it was weird that there was such a large piece of underwear there.
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
That was strange.
But yeah, it was funny. And, you know, Amber says, Amber invites Mimi to go and get dressed at Tiffany's house for the dinner, and which is really nice. She gets to get dressed with the veterans and get ready. And she had said, you know, now that we're friends, I'm not going to let you wear any lingerie like this, and picks up like a plaid piece of lingerie. It was funny and cute. And she was just trying, and they connected really well there. So.
And then she proceeded to give sex advice to 2 random customers.
2 random customers that had their faces blurred.
Yeah.
I
Clearly,
didn't
they
get
did not
that.
want to be on camera.
No.
In that
Or
show,
have the
yeah.
conversation or hear what Amber had to offer about however many G-spots she had.
Yeah,
Comment below on the
speaking of
YouTube
that.
video of how many G-spots you heard that Amber
Oh,
had.
I
And
was gonna
where
say how
you
many
think they
G-spots-
are located.
I thought he was going to say how many G-spots you have.
Oh, God.
You can do that too for Mackenzie's sake.
Oh, no. You
But
guys.
I was like,
So wait, you really heard 3 G-spots?
I heard 3.
Where would you think those spots are? I'm just curious.
On Amber?
Well, yeah, sure.
On Amber, I truly don't know.
I mean, oh, that's really
I
hard.
wouldn't even want to begin to guess.
She removes clothing from parties. Like, who knows with her?
Yeah. Well, okay, Amber. Amber, give us some of your wisdom on that topic.
Where the G spots are,
Yeah.
I'll create a drawing and go on AfterBuzzTV.com, click this episode, and it'll be up there. You'll have to do some work to find it.
Yeah,
But
because
I'll
it
get
probably
it.
won't be up.
I'll draw it.
You will.
No, I think you will
truly
too.
believe
I
it'll be
will.
there.
I will.
I'm looking forward, and so are the fans. Which fans? Yes, let us know about those G spots. How many did she say? And where do you think they're located? By commenting and rating our iTunes for MTV's Big Tips Texas podcast. And while you're out there, you know, maybe copy over the comment and put it on our YouTube channel, and we will read it all and shout you out.
I can guess what people are gonna guess.
What are they gonna guess?
I know what they're going to guess.
I
too.
know what they're going to guess too.
What are
Well,
they
the
gonna guess?
smart people in the room know.
69.
That's okay.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
One of the ways. But she wasn't talking about actually like being in the act.
No,
No, I
I
don't
meant
think she
that's
was
how
here.
many they would say. as the
Oh,
joke.
60. Oh,
Oh, that's
I get
funny.
it now.
Yeah.
Look at you, little comedian over there.
Me and you took it the complete
Yeah,
wrong way.
we were thinking legit. What was 69? So
But-
yeah, they
Thinking legit what with 69.
physically. But I
No
do.
legitimacy goes in with that.
Yeah, right.
Well,
I had
Amber
to
knows a
put
lot
that in
about
there.
sex, so she tells us. And
She's possibly has a new job on her hands.
yep, that's exactly what I was just gonna say. She should be working there, Mimi says. So
So maybe instead of reevaluating her life and thinking of going back to school, she should,
be a sex therapist.
yeah, or like maybe even go and work at the sex shop.
Yeah. It'd be great.
Yeah. So
Like a Walmart greeter.
yeah, kind of. Walmart greetings at the sex shop. You could buy your gifts there, you know? Holidays coming up.
Yeah, think about those loved ones
Go
in
on
your life.
Amazon. Hey, hey.
Comment below what you will buy at your next.
Yeah, well, anyways, we're going a little crazy on the sex topic, but clearly we love that. No, but you guys, I think it was a really nice step forward that Amber had invited Mimi to the pregame at Tiffany's and the getting ready, that whole thing. It's really nice to see a veteran take in a newbie. Because I think this should be more of a sisterhood, like a sorority. Once you do the hazing, you become best friends and sisters.
Yeah.
You know?
I just
So-
couldn't do the hazing part. I don't.
Oh,
my
I
friend-
know. I never did that.
My friend's in a sorority and they do it. She goes to UConn, University of Connecticut, and they don't do hazing there at all. So they do good, and I
That's
love
good.
it. So
See, that's the kind of sorority I'd want to be a part
yeah,
of.
right.
It's positive. All positive vibes. But yeah, so it was nice. And then she wound up going and hanging out, and they all got ready together.
I do have to say, I know we're gonna comment on their makeup because we always do, but they did their hair really well.
Yeah.
Their hair looked cute. They did the nice curls, and I mean the finished product I wasn't crazy about, but them curling their hair was nice. They did a good job.
Some of them seemed to dress for the event, while others decided to wear not very much clothing. I think it was, Jillian that had a crop top on with, like, some kind of maxi.
And a very short skirt.
Yeah.
I liked Amber's outfit, even though
Amber?
her
Thank
stomach
you.
was showing.
Oh, look at you.
Oh, blushing.
Even though your stomach was showing, Amber, I liked the colors.
Her stomach was showing.
Yeah, and it wasn't really appropriate for a fancy
Not as bad
dinner.
as Jillian's, though. I've never
No.
seen anyone go into a fancy restaurant with a crop top. This is like, if you ever know what, Zagat rated is, it was like going to a Zagat 5-star. And this girl was like, or even higher than that, but, crop tops, whole belly out like what I'm wearing right now. Craziness. I mean, there's like really wait staff that like brush off the breadcrumbs from your table at this place. So it was interesting. But before we get to the dinner, what about the limo?
Well, can I ask one quick question of you ladies first before the limo? Since guys don't get ready in that manner of how the girls do, all gathering around and all doing it together. Like
Yeah.
guys, if they all have to get ready for something, they sit around on the couch and bring their clothes in a plastic bag or something and then just throw it
so
on real
true,
quick.
yeah.
Is that really how it goes down?
Yes.
Like how they do that?
Yeah,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course. I mean, everything takes effort. Like this face, an hour. Well, the face, not so much. Everything took an hour. Because you have to shower, you have to do your hair, and the hair takes a little while, and then, foundation and eyeshadow.
But as far as like doing it as a group thing, you're asking, absolutely, that's what you do. Anytime there's an event,
Right.
like we're gonna get ready at this person's house or this person's house, and everybody goes and you just all get ready.
But it takes even longer when you're with a bunch of friends because, like, there's only one bathroom usually, and
You joke
everyone needs the
around.
curling iron or the straightener, and, and you're not only that, but they were pre-gaming and drinking.
Yeah.
So when you're drinking, too, and talking and catching up, you kind of lose track of time, and it takes even longer than it
Yeah.
normally would.
But it's definitely
see.
that's the funnest part of being a girl, I guess.
Yeah.
Like getting ready for things.
That's the excitement beforehand.
Yeah. It's usually better than the actual event.
Well,
Um,
the guys are missing out.
For me, it is.
sometimes. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. Like, if I was there, I would love to have been a part of that pregame. Seemed like they had a lot of fun.
It did seem like they had a lot of fun. That's why I asked, because that seemed like a genuine fun time that they were having, and it's a shame that not everyone could be
Yeah.
there, because that's probably, they all would have had a blast.
Right.
But the other pregame, okay, they had their own there was a bunch of them. But what did they do? They sat around and just talked drama the whole entire time.
Yeah, these
Just
girls can't
hating-
let it go.
Who is
hating
gonna
the
say
idea
what?
of going to the dinner.
Yep.
Like, if you're going to go in hating it, of course you're going to have a terrible time.
Like, who's gonna say what? Who do you think's gonna say this? Morgan's like, well, I'm probably gonna be the one to start everything. Like, she just went in with a bad attitude, and it was just like negative the whole time. But then the other girls you see, on the other hand, the veterans, how fun and upbeat, and they're drinking and they're getting ready, and everybody's complimenting each other and taking pictures, and it was just fun, you know?
I mean, these girls are crazy. I don't know how they work in a situation like this where they're going to work unhappy and hating each other. It's miserable. And even to go to this type of dinner, if you hate who you work with that much and your colleagues, why don't you just either say you're not feeling well, or you're already booked on something, you're doing something else, maybe you're with your family, so you don't have to go and participate. Because who wants to sit around and chit-chat and, like, eat at a nice restaurant with people you can't stand to even be next to?
I have the perfect answer for that. They love feed off of the drama.
They do.
Like, they live for it, and that's those kind of girls. It's just them.
Yeah,
That's
it
all.
fuels their fire, which we saw, you know, at the dinner table. We've been, like I said, seeing the teasers for this for a little while now, and we finally got to see why this happened. Morgan spoke up, and surprisingly, she said that she wanted to put the BS behind her.
Yeah, she started off really well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
started off really well. Keyword. However, then I think Jillian came in talking about how she didn't want to have to choose between friends, blah, 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 blah.
After she had given a lap dance, or several lap dances in the limo
Right.
to
And
veterans.
then someone
and
said classy bitch in the group. So your word classy came up, and they actually put it on the screen. That was funny. I thought of you.
That's funny.
But yeah. And then can we talk about the dinner for a second before we get to the fight? Like, they ordered.
Yeah.
They had no idea what was on the menu.
Oh, that was the funniest part of this episode.
Somebody ordered liver. I don't know why.
Morgan said she didn't. She's like, ew, that's gross. They ordered.
What'd she
it was-
order? Caviar.
It was goose liver, and then he said it was goose liver, and she goes, horse liver. So she didn't understand that. And then there was escargot.
Escargot.
Oh, that's
They didn't know what
And then-
escargot was.
And then what is that? What is that?
snail.
And then, so somebody was ordering for them, or they were just having stuff brought out, but they did not know what these things were.
What? Let me give you a few more. What does truffle mean? And never had lobster before. That sucks.
I know. That's
one of
the
my favorite things to
Best
eat.
food on earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just talking about that.
Favorite seafood. Yeah, I was shocked, especially by escargot. Like, I don't eat escargot, but I know what it is from, like, movies.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I always heard of it. And cocktail hour, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
And then what about Amber and bringing her plastic silverware?
Oh, my God.
Would you
She
die?
said it was an OCD thing, right?
She said she had OCD, which is like, no, you don't. She doesn't have OCD. You may not like the feeling of having silverware in your mouth, which is fine, but I don't believe that she has OCD. You don't work at Big Tips, Texas, at Redneck Island if you have OCD. There's no way you could stand it. If you have obsessive compulsive disorder.
Well,
said
with
it the best.
forks. I mean, with forks, but I don't understand them. Why wouldn't you just bring a plastic knife and a spoon, too?
Yeah.
You know? It's kind
She
of
said
weird.
it the best. No, you don't.
I don't buy it.
Well, I also think it was a
Such
little
a-
bit of a producer thing, especially when they were in the interview setting and then she pulled out a plastic fork from her bra. Like,
Yeah, like-
let's be real, someone grabbed that from their cafeteria.
And
Yeah.
that's not where you'd put a fork, right?
In your boob?
That's where you put your phone.
Yeah. Sometimes on your phone. When you
I
don't
put a
have
lot of things in between there.
Oh,
In between,
Amber.
you put it on the
Thanks for
side,
chiming in.
Amber.
All kinds of cutlery. Sporks.
If only.
Yeah. I mean, that was just crazy to me. I can't believe these girls went to a restaurant like that, not even understanding some of these concepts.
And
I was embarrassed watching them. I was so embarrassed for them.
Oh,
like,
yeah. And they
you
said
know,
everyone was whispering, you know, about them in the restaurant.
which
Why, I
which girl
wonder.
had necklace as a
Sabrina.
a necklace that said bitch?
Sabrina.
Oh my
decided
God. See,
th-
they don't
this
know
would
how
be
to
a good
dress
idea.
for a nice date or anything. Like, these girls
Morgan
are crazy.
did.
Well, no, Morgan, you shouldn't even wear that to a nice restaurant like that. Like, these people, no, Morgan was in cowboy boots and like a maxi
True.
dress. What?
She tried though, but you can see how she tried. She
I mean,
was the best one.
She tried to be country
no, wait.
classy.
Tiffany was probably. Yeah, she's
Tiffany,
obsessed. She's
for
obsessed
sure.
with the country thing. So the boots didn't work, but I thought her dress and her necklace.
I mean, the dress is way too casual for that restaurant.
Yeah.
Way too casual. It's for like a nice day, like wine tour or something.
Yeah.
And the cowboy boots so inappropriate for a nice restaurant like that. You should be wearing either heels or nice flats.
But she was so adamant about like strictly no heels.
And where was Tinker in all this? That's what I don't understand.
It
wanted
wasn't
a
about
girls-
him. Yeah, it was a girls'
girls'
night.
night out.
Right, but he's thanking them. He seems so out of tune with his own business that he's not there. He's not spending time with his girlfriend.
Well, how awkward is it to be one guy with like 20 million girls arguing at a really nice restaurant and dinner table? I think he's a lot classier than that, even though he
But-
runs a not so classy restaurant.
But you think it'd be his way of thanking them, of being there and like, I want to treat you. If you were doing that
I
for
don't
someone, if
know.
you were throwing that you'd want to be there and say thanks, like here, celebrate, watching them have a good time.
How much of a
Also-
mess would that be, though, if he showed up? Like, that's his business, and, Tiffany could reprimand them, but to have the boss there, someone may get fired.
See, that's what I'm saying. Maybe they wouldn't act the way they do
Yeah,
in front of him.
that might
Well,
be the
then
one.
it wouldn't be good for TV, you guys.
That's true.
True.
I don't know. It was
So-
just too crazy for me.
So Morgan does, say
She
do
starts
the
off well.
cheers and says thank you for having us, and I want to put everything behind us. And then we see Amber chug her wine, and Mimi try and give her more wine. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
That was the highlight of the dinner.
It
I'm just
was.
kidding.
It was for me. It was so funny to me. I laughed out loud, literally. But okay, so then
Well, we said Jillian, went back and said, I want to choose between my friends. And then everyone else started chiming in.
oh yep.
Yeah. And then I think Amber got involved. And there was a fight between Amber and Morgan now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like real fight. No, they were really angry with each other. They're going back and forth saying things about what they're unhappy with, blah, blah, blah. And I saw Morgan throw a napkin at Amber.
But I think before that, Amber starts yelling and swearing.
Oh,
'Cause I
she
wrote
said
that down first.
she
Yes.
told her to shut the F up.
Mm-hmm.
That's Morgan. Sorry, not Morgan. Amber said that to Morgan.
Mhm.
Morgan tried to walk away, said, this is so embarrassing.
And cried.
Yeah,
and she
comes
made
back
fun
to
of
the
her.
table, though, from what we saw. And then what happened, guys?
Well, when we heard "Shut the F Up" right before we went to commercial, we got cuts to people in the restaurant looking shocked,
Oh, yeah.
and then another person looking shocked, and then a shark in a shark tank. Looking
Yes, I
shocked.
love that. That was amazing. Scott's like, why is there a shark like close up right now when they're showing everyone's reaction? I said, because it's building up the intensity. That's why.
Just as though the shark reacted like, I can't believe she said that. We're in a nice place.
Was it even a shark? You don't have sharks in tanks in restaurants.
It's like
A shark looking thing.
It's like a small lemon shark that would fit in the tank.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, wait a sec. What kind of tank is in the restaurant?
Wait a sec. Hold on.
That's a little awkward. Yeah,
So,
it was a funny moment for sure.
And then we come back and the drama is high.
yes.
Yelling at each other.
Drama's
And
high.
Amber wants to get up and, I don't know, punch her or something. And Tiffany's like, sit down, Amber.
Except the waiters beat them to it. They asked them to politely leave. Sorry, we can't have you girls. You're causing too much trouble.
Didn't he say it's getting late or something?
No, he didn't. He said
He didn't?
he was unhappy with the arguing and the fighting going on and the yelling because there were other people in the restaurant. So they pretty much just asked them to leave because they couldn't take it anymore.
He said that, but I heard something about like it's getting late. Like
Oh,
after he
like
said,
it's getting late. Look, we can't have the argument
yeah,
here.
he tried to like beat
His
around
little
the bush.
segue into it, like, well, look, all right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, they didn't eat their food. Those beginner appetizer, plates for the bread or whatever were out still. And one of the girls even said, "Can we get our food to go?"
Oh yeah.
So they didn't even get to eat and enjoy the nice dinner Tinker put together, which really sucks. So I can't believe it ended like that, where they didn't even eat.
So what they
it
have to
already
do-
happened right away,
They had to ride back in the limo together.
Probably, and leave and not eat. What did you think about that situation?
That was so out of
Getting kicked
hand.
out.
That was so out of hand to so early in the dinner to have some declarative statement that you're gonna make that needs to be said. Like, enjoy the meal.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy what's going on. much like at the party, you don't say these things there, or at least wait towards the end when everybody's comfortable and you think you can have a conversation about it. But to start off and saying, I want this all to end, but here are my problems.
I mean, that's extremely embarrassing, and I think that they're going to be losing some business in a sense because people are going to start to talk smack in the community. They're going to be seeing these girls running a ruckus, I should say. I don't know what that was.
It was a muck and ruckus combined. It's very
muck?
serious. Running a muck.
Oh, you're
That's the thing.
right.
Yeah.
That's what my head was thinking.
So, new hashtag for MTV.
Running a muckus.
Running a muckus.
So hashtag running a muckus. Literally, that's what they were doing.
Those waiters aren't going to go to Redneck Island now.
No.
They were probably intrigued and like, you know what? Those aren't classy ladies. We're not going to go.
I think even the people that were dining are going to be like, you wouldn't believe what I saw in the restaurant the other night. The girls that work at that bar everyone talks about, ABC night. Right, that's what it is, right?
Yep. Yeah,
anything but clothes.
And Hammers at home.
These girls are crazy. Like, I'm sure, these classy folks are going to be talking about them. And they that's maybe why we're only seeing 2 people in the bar at a time.
Yeah, they already have the preconceived notions of these girls, and then what they did that night didn't help.
Well,
right.
Tinker says the expectations for this year or whatever it is for money-wise are blown out of the water.
Yeah, well, let's see if they can keep those standards high. Seriously.
Seriously.
I'm not
Seriously.
kidding. Well,
It's a muckus.
it's a muckus. Well, I want to get into predictions now, you guys.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, for next episode.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So what did you guys, what do you guys think based on what we saw? Briefly.
It's clear now that Amber is going to find her true best friend in Cheyenne the horse. And then Morgan will hate it. Kristen will hate it. And there will be another fight, and Amber and Cheyenne will now go shopping for lingerie.
Do you hear the name Cheyenne? Like, that just makes me laugh. Like,
It sounds like a person. Not a
like
horse.
Bob the cat. I'm never gonna get over that. So you think that's what's gonna
Yes.
happen? Okay. I don't even know. Tiffany just is trying so hard to make this work. I think this camping thing is a really good idea, though. Hopefully they can all just say what they want to say. They're going to be out in the open, out in the wild, and they can just yell and scream.
There'll be fire.
Yikes. But yeah, hopefully they can all just say what they need to say, and hopefully everybody listens. I don't even know what to predict, really. I just hope. I have a lot of hopeful thoughts, I guess.
Well, the team building idea is definitely going to be an interesting event, the camping trip. I'm guessing that, it's going to be split by the groups, the veterans plus Mimi, and then, the newbies that are rebels, the Morgan, Kristen types. And I think that they may try and play some pranks on these girls, like in the middle of the night while they're sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
And try and freak them out a little just to piss them off. And I also see, based on, what we viewed, that Mimi's confronting some of the girls about having attitude problems since day one. So there may be another, it's about to be a girl fight, if you know what I'm talking about, in the bar.
Oh, and Tiffany questions Kristen and literally says, I question the person you are. And I think Kristen is just going to get revealed at this point, this next episode, hopefully, in the next few.
Do you think she's going to break down?
I don't know. She's just a fake person, it seems like.
She's the fakest of them all.
Yeah. So I don't know if she's going to break down. I just think she's going to cover it all up. But she's just going to, they're going to realize. I don't think everybody realizes who she is yet. So hopefully we'll find out.
I hope by the end of the season they drop the D's, as in drop the drama.
Oh.
Not the double D's. I'm just kidding. I don't have those. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed
Amber,
today's
why
episode.
are you laughing so hard?
Yeah, Amber loves it because she's a what? Bipolar actual, yes. Well, you guys, we enjoyed your company. I hope you enjoyed ours. Come back next Wednesday at the same time to see our recap. Please let us know where we can find you guys.
You can find me on Twitter at McKenzie Fayne.
You can find me on Twitter at Curtain Jerks, and you can see Gabby and myself on WWE Main Event.
Yep. So if you like to get your wrestling on, I mean, you clearly like girl fights from watching this show, so you might actually like it. Tune in for that. And you can find me at Gabrielle_Loren on Twitter and Gabby LO87 on Instagram. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Minnow you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.